Okay.
4, 3, 2.
What up, my beautiful peoples? This is your host, Miss Kimoraa, and welcome to another edition of Heels and Reels, where fashion, music, film, and art meet. Today, my special guest is Miss Toni Whitaker.
Good
Hey,
morning.
how you doing?
How are you?
Good. How you been?
Great.
Awesome. And over here, you have Mr. Jamie.
See how she didn't say special guest? Because I'm a fill-in guest. Because
Yes, he's a fill-in.
also I am a fill-in.
He's a filler. I'm sorry.
My belly's filling. I'm
Okay.
comic relief as well.
Yeah, he's comic relief. It's okay.
I don't
It's
mind
fine.
the slick back hair, y'all. I ain't trying to be cool like that.
Yeah,
It's
he's
just,
trying to be fancy today.
I had Sonic the Hedgehog going on this morning, and it wasn't trimmed, so I had to do that.
He's trying to be fancy this. He's trying to be fancy this morning. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Anyhow, Miss Toni, how you been?
I've been great.
Good,
Been
good.
fair to middling, you know how that is.
All right.
Yeah.
Now tell us a little bit about yourself for the folks that don't know already.
What do you want to know?
Wow.
What do
How long you
wanna
been in the
know?
fashion industry?
Right. I was gonna say no.
Oh,
You
good
have,
Lord, how long I've been in the fashion?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I started in 1968.
Oh my
Can
gosh.
you imagine?
I cannot.
68. I know you can't.
No.
You weren't even.
I wasn't even born.
You weren't even being imagined
No,
then.
I was not.
Yeah, 1968. That was the year of the bicentennial. So it's like, I've always kind of been into kind of fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Like this has always been my thing.
You've been a fashionista.
I started out doing like fashion illustration drawing and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad said, get a grip, you got to
Wow.
do something, other than that.
Right. He didn't think that was
No, he didn't think
suitable
that.
job.
Hey,
That's like how
you're
my
going to
folks-
college, girl. You're gonna be.
That's how. Just get a job. Get a real career.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a career, yeah.
No.
Yeah, of course.
But I just I drew everything. I said I couldn't sew, but
Right.
I could draw.
Right.
But I followed all the magazines then, and what was her name? The girl, you probably don't know any of these models,
Oh,
but,
gosh.
but Twiggy was the thing.
Yes, she was on Next Top
Twiggy
Model.
I idolized her.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had the Twiggy cut. I did, I was probably like about 80 pounds then, and I was doing all the Twiggy fashions and stuff.
Wow.
But I started in 68 because I was, out of just getting not quite out of college,
Mm-hmm.
but I was getting ready to get out of college, so I had all of the my friends with me, so I kind of like started with them,
Mm-hmm.
and I started my first agency, and that was I had gone to Fayetteville State,
Oh, wow.
and so I got those girls with me, and we started I started coaching, because I'd always followed my mother had always gotten a ticket for me to the Ebony Fashion Fair,
Oh, wow. That's major.
fashion show.
Yeah, that's major.
For my birthday. They always came in October, so
Mm-hmm.
I got to go backstage, and I got to meet Eunice Johnson and the traveling models and stuff.
Yeah.
At that time,
Mm-hmm.
and it just was a big thing for me. So I got to do shows for the mall,
Uh-huh.
seasonal fashion shows, and then and the bridal shows that for the mall,
Yeah,
and
that's
it got to be really really big, for me. And then I would do there was two private clubs. One was the Skyline, and I can't remember. I've been thinking all morning about the private club that was black owned.
Mm.
It was really big. It was owned by a former football player.
Was it in New York?
No, it was actually I started in Fayetteville right after I did,
Oh.
you know.
Okay, gotcha.
college, and I would do shows for them. And then I moved from there to Washington, D.C. I did some shows there. Then from there on, I moved to Connecticut, where a lot of my relatives live.
Okay.
So,
Awesome.
And I got to do some shows in New York, start modeling in New York, and I met all of the kind of aspiring models that I still keep in contact with. They went on to be big time fashion runway models, and I still keep in contact with them now.
Did a few of them already get signed, or?
Huh,
did they get signed?
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. They got
yeah.
signed really.
I mean, we talking about top agencies.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm with one, but I know you get a top eight. Yes. Yes.
They got signed with like Wilhelmina, Ford, and
IMG. Yes. Click. Yes. Yeah, I know. Yes.
So let's talk the money game. So, what does it mean when a model gets signed? What's that process like, and then what does it actually do for them?
When they get signed, a lot of people think, oh, big money.
Right. Oh no.
They actually a lot of the times they get signed, a lot of the money goes to building their portfolio. They do get money, but then a lot of times they have to pay for the model. You're living in a model apartment that you have to pay for.
Yes.
Anytime, so you have to pay for that expense. You really don't start seeing money until you start getting booked for, real bookings, like for big, I would say,
like, would you say the cosmetic lines? Or?
Cosmetic lines, designers. When they start paying you to travel for shootings and things like that, that's when you start getting.
That's when you start getting paid.
Yeah, you start getting paid.
Right.
So like models think all of a sudden you get paid. You get signed. You may not even get a booking for a long time.
Exactly.
So you have just signed your name.
Yeah.
Yes. So you may not, you may not even get a call for a while.
Oh yeah.
So
you're just there, but
you're just there. Your face is on their listing.
Standby.
Your face, your stats and stuff are part of on their
roster.
Your monitor, their screen or whatever for other. Companies to see, but you may be there for a while before somebody even selects you. So
I have a question for you, Miss Toni, and this is coming up in the modeling industry that I'm in currently to this day. Do you think, I had someone say on Facebook, I'm not gonna say who, said that models think there's more, they'll get more bookings doing runway versus doing print work. And the person said that no, that's not where it's at. Print work is
where.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Versus on the runway.
Yeah, it takes years to get to see real money in runway. Okay. I mean, it's like, because models come and go on the runway.
Oh yeah.
One year it's the fair models, 1 year it's the real skinny models.
Yes.
1 year it's the model that has what they call almost like an athletic look.
Yeah.
One year it's the year of the Africans. Right. They go in and out.
Yeah.
So it's such a finicky type situation.
Yeah.
Print work. You can do hand models. You can do feet.
Yes.
You can do
jewelry. I mean, your neck, earrings. Yes. Yes.
There's a big thing now with sports. Athletic wear. It's a lot of work out there for print.
Oh yeah,
So
I believe you.
That's the power of the yoga pants.
He's in yoga pants.
You know, it's a lot of work out there for that.
Oh yeah,
so
I believe it.
That's the way to go.
That's where to go. Yeah, I feel you were saying.
If you want to make some money.
Yeah, because runway is so, like, to me, it's a short shelf life compared to prints.
Yeah,
and getting that ad.
And you have to have a height. Sometimes it's, they say 5'7" and up, but then they're looking for 5'9" and 10.
Exactly.
And they will measure you to make sure that you are that.
Oh,
you can't go in there and say 5'9" and stand up against the wall. Yep. They're gonna measure you. And they'll
do that.
And they're looking, and one time they would say, well, we don't want you too tall because that's not the standard, because designers are designing for the 5'9". But then you have some of the African models coming over there for just 6 feet tall.
Yes.
With, flat footed. So like I said, it's very wishy-washy in the runway situation.
Right.
It used to be they wouldn't take a model with natural hair, but then they would take an African model with natural hair, and so it's just whatever
it is that season. That's what's hitting.
They see and they think is like very unique,
right, in that time.
At the time, that's what they're going to use.
And that's why I wanted to touch on too. I wanted to bring up another point since we're on this modeling gig here. Have you ever seen the Supreme Models? I know I put it up on my platform. It's a thing called the Supreme Models. It's on YouTube. And it's a guy basically narrating like how it was back in the day versus now. Like,
no, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, he touches on a lot of heavy stuff.
Oh,
I'm talking about what Tyra went through, how she got to where she's at.
Yeah, Tyra had a hard time at one time. Tyra didn't have the body of a typical model.
Yes, that's what they say.
Her breasts were a little bit too big for a standard model.
Right.
Her legs weren't really the legs of a model. She was kind of stick legged.
She was skinny. Yeah, she was really.
And she had a hard time, so she had to go to Europe.
Wow.
To be kind of recognized and then come back to the United States.
Right.
So it was, black models had a very hard time in the United States. So they had to go, to Europe first.
Right.
To be recognized, except people like Naomi Sims. I mean, she came over. She came from Florida.
Oh wow!
But she had she somehow she was accepted.
Right.
But she had a unique look. She had her bone structure was very good. She had those high cheekbones and somehow she was able to. To come in and be accepted. So it was back then. It was a finicky world.
Yeah.
It was whoever was Eileen Ford, whoever was doing the critiquing. It was all up here in her head who she wanted.
Yeah, because one time, and he touched on this too, it was a point where they call it the whitewash, the whitewash, where it was nothing but Caucasian,
Oh yeah.
And they would just sticks, they all look the same. It was not one person of color.
No.
And I'm like,
not
oh wow.
One.
I couldn't believe that. I said,
not one.
Wow. So I mean, it has changed dramatically since now. It's when we still need work. I think we still need work.
Oh yeah,
because I look at it, I'm like, okay.
Well, if you look at some designers, they still don't include,
yes,
black models, and when they do, it's like the models who pass that test who look like them.
Yes,
that's on the runway. So, like you said, we still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, we still do.
Yep.
But we're getting there. But it just takes,
We're getting there.
And then Miss Tyra, she had to reroute her career. So that's, I kind of like look at her like as a, as an inspiration.
Oh yeah.
Because she went from skinny to voluptuous.
Yeah.
And then it's either, hey, you could either stay here and do the couture.
Yeah.
Or you could go and do, magazines.
Mm-hmm.
And so when she, her mom is just like, oh my gosh, she reminds me of my mom. She hit the pavement. Okay, we're gonna send it out to Victoria's Secret. Such and such.
We're gonna do this.
Yeah.
They're gonna accept my daughter.
Yeah, it's like we're gonna do this. What is a big it's a swimwear, oh gosh, can't think of it. I'm having a brain fart. Swimwear line. I forgot. She submitted to it's big. What is that? You know what I'm talking about. It's a
Victoria?
No, Victoria's Secret. It's another one. It's a swimwear. They have a swimwear magazine.
Sports Illustrated.
Yes, there you go. Yes,
yeah.
And she submitted, and she got accepted to all those, and they accepted her body type.
Yeah.
So she went from one way to that,
Yep.
and that just opened the doors for her dramatically. And it's like sometimes they put us in a box, like, oh, Miss Kim can only do X, Y, and Z, and I don't ever want to be in a box.
Yeah.
I want to be like, okay, I can do this, I can do that,
Yep.
but I'm not gonna, disservice myself.
Yeah.
And okay, I'm just gonna lose 20 pounds. I'm not doing that.
Oh yeah.
This is me. This is who I am. Because you still have that too.
Yeah.
I had a designer tell me one time, "Oh yeah, if you lose some," I'm like, "Really? Okay."
Oh,
I don't need to walk. I don't need to.
For that.
Yeah, I don't need to walk for you then.
That.
Yeah.
We really love the way you look, but you have to go home and you have to lose 20 pounds.
Yes.
And come back, and then we'll reconsider.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm like, are you serious?
Lot of that. They do a lot of that.
It's like, it's like they just chop you down. I'm like, what does that do to the model?
Well, they chop down their self-esteem. That's exactly what they do.
It's sad. It really is.
It's a negotiation tactic.
It is. I mean, I'm just like, but then you have these young girls.
Yeah.
I mean, young girls. I was at a casting this past Saturday. Young girls looking up. So that's what disturbs me. If I ever have a daughter, like, I don't think I would want her in this industry because I see the stuff that's going on. It's so like damaging.
And I'll tell you what happened doing like the when I was like coming along, as a model. It was the same thing as when I used to take ballet, and I used to take it very seriously. It was the same type of industry.
Wow.
All the ballerinas and all the models smoked. You didn't eat.
They smoked?
Yeah. To lose weight. That's
I don't smoke.
You smoked cigarettes.
Oh, wow.
And hardly ate a thing.
Jeez.
That's how you kept, because they were you had weigh-ins. You had weigh-ins.
I heard of that back then. I'm like, what?
Weigh-ins.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was that serious. Yeah.
And
if you went over that number, like, oh, wait.
Oh, yeah. They would, if you went over the weigh-ins, you weren't on the roster for the week.
Oh, wow.
So you
That's
couldn't
sad.
be called. You couldn't get a call for that week.
Yeah, you were placed in the
and
back.
the same thing, with being about a ballerina. If you but ballerinas are just.
Yeah, that's a whole nother. Yeah,
that's a whole nother animal.
Yeah, I'm like, no. I took one class, but I said, no, I'm okay. This is too much.
That
posture. You had your stomach sticking out. What are you talking about, sir?
Yeah,
Why are you worried about my stomach? Like, oh my god.
That's another. But it's kind of the same type of discipline.
Yes,
as a modeling.
Yeah,
and when I do my boot camp and stuff, like. It's the same. It's the same with the lineup. You line up. You don't talk. When I say you don't talk,
right?
You don't talk. You stand up. You don't lean against the wall.
Yeah. You're very structured.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about you. Yeah.
And that's how it is when you go to a New York, runway. You don't be leaning up against the wall. You don't be talking
like you chilling at the store.
Because if you do, you miss your time. It's like this.
Yeah, it's like clockwork. No one has time for the shenanigans, and you sitting here.
And it's time to go and you chit chatting. Sidebar conversations.
Well, I've had, I'm pretty sure other models too have had people say, "Why do you walk like this?" And it's like, listen, people have to be who they are.
Yeah.
Now, if you want me to work for you, sir or ma'am, you have to we have to work 50-50.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to take myself out of it and just be,
That's why I say you walk like the person that the fashion show you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they want you to walk like that, fine.
Right.
But there's different kinds of walk.
Yes, it is.
But I don't have but one walk, and that's the high fashion
Couture. Yep.
New York walk.
Yes.
And there's I use the high fashion New York walk and the couture walk. Those are the two that I use.
Yes.
I don't do entertainment.
The spinning around.
Yeah.
The twirl. I call it twirl. Yeah, you don't do that.
And I don't do the twirling, and I don't do that's the entertainment. And then there's another one, and that's the one that they do with they used to do with the Victoria's Secret, where they come out. That's kind of like, and they do the
yes. Yeah, they're like, oh,
that.
It's the heart. Yeah.
I don't do
and they
that.
wave and all. Yeah.
I don't do that.
Right,
that's that is a form of
right.
But
it suits them. It's like that's part of their their
Right,
line. So like they want girls' personality and this
right,
and that,
Right.
So yeah,
I just don't. I don't do it. I mean, that's why I formed TMW Modeling when I came here, because all of the fashion shows that I attended, I saw one form of fashion show, and it was the entertainment fashion shows. Yes, and that's fine, because that is a form of runway. Right. But I said no one is showing the New York style
like
runway,
straight runway. Like Mr. Page said, straight runway. I want straight runway. Take all, don't go to the runway, throw your hand, put your hands in your hair. Yeah. Like, it's all that extra stuff. It's like, and I go to these calls.
Don't pull that ponytail. I'll snap it off.
They'll turn around and do a twirl. It's like, okay, you're doing too much. Like, what are we doing? Right. And they don't have anyone to tell them this. So they're up there looking like a plane, it's like, you can't save the world, Miss Toni. Neither can I. So when I see that, I'm like, okay, somebody need to tell these girls something.
And that's why I formed that, because if you really, if the young girls are serious, aspiring models, and they want to go to New York, I don't want their feelings hurt. I want them to know how to walk into an agency and be able to, when they tell them to walk, I want them to be able to walk the way that they won't be embarrassed. Right. So that's why I formed the agency.
Yes, and it's a very good one.
Thank you. Thank you.
It is amazing.
Let me ask you a question. For the new models getting into this, what are some of your top items you'd put in your model bag?
Ooh, that's a good one. I always tell them the number one. I always tell them, do not go anywhere without what is that?
Nude bra. I know.
The
nude bra, black panties, thong. I mean, if you have,
and that foundation garment too.
Yes, a scarf, something.
I don't want any jiggle going down the runway. Do not jiggle it, please. I don't care if you're 90 pounds. Put on a foundation garment.
Yes. You're very big on that.
Yeah, yes. I just because it looks. I don't want it to jiggle and clapping. No, sir.
Put on the Spanx. There you go. They have so many things now. Yeah. It's not trying. They're not expensive unless you want to go there, but they have things that you could maintain.
Because, like I said, it's high fashion, and
yes,
we're not climbing the pole.
We're not doing a music video.
So, from my perspective, from the fashion shows I've shot, I would tell each model make sure they bring their own foundation.
Yeah, their own foundation. Yes. That's one thing.
Matching skin tones.
Yes.
Their own foundation, and I'm really getting big. I'm really getting big on having each model go and go to Belk, or not, what is Belk? Who has Mac?
Is it Dillard's?
Dillard's. There you go. No, I think it's Belk's. I don't know what's It
used to be Belk, but
it used to be Belk's.
Now it's everywhere. Yeah. Whoever has a makeup counter, and just get a makeup lesson. Learn how to apply your own makeup. Exactly. Because it's getting with what's the place here that does the movies?
Cine Partners?
Dream. What's the movie house here?
Cinespace.
Yeah, Cine Space.
Yeah, Cine Space.
Dark Horse.
Yeah, Cinespace.
We got a bunch of them now.
It was Screen Gems, but they changed. Yeah, they changed it to Cinespace now.
Okay,
yeah, Cinespace. Yeah.
Okay, with them around, and they do now a lot of movies, and a lot of black movies are being shot here.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
That's where all of the makeup artists are now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's very difficult to find makeup artists when you have a fashion show now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When I first started out, I could get a makeup artist, have several makeup artists.
No problem.
Now they're on the set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm telling young ladies to either go, find out how to apply your own makeup, or there's so many videos out here. On how to do
TikTok, Facebook. Yeah, it's all over how to do it. Yeah.
And try to do your own makeup, have your own, and even when I can find one, have your own, your own foundation.
Yeah.
Your own lashes.
Yes.
Don't be putting that on somebody else. Also
lip gloss, lipstick, all that stuff. Just the basics. I call those the basic, the bare minimums.
Basics.
The bare minimums. That's all you need. Yeah.
Like you were saying, a nude bra.
A nude bra. Yep.
Even black bra. And I also have them to bring a pair of black leggings.
Yes.
It should be a part of your bag.
And the right type of shoes.
Yes.
We need to get
shoes that you have walked in.
Yes.
Don't bring a pair of new shoes. Please do not bring a pair of new shoes
and then you're gonna
never walk in. Because I have seen so many people bring a new pair of shoes and then walk down the aisle, they don't fit, and they're tipping.
You can see it.
And you can see it.
Yeah, you can see how uncomfortable
in it.
It reads in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't realize that. It's all in your face when you walk. It's all in your face. And you can't focus on what you need to focus on, which is getting down there posing. It's like, let me just get through this. Let me just get through. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. And preferably, like a black pair of pumps. And a nude, kind of like a more nude pair that will blend in. Do not bring wedgies.
Yes, I was just going to say.
Do not bring wedgies.
Yes.
Because the wedges will trip you up. You will fall down
on
the runway with the wedges.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it happen.
And don't bring strappy shoes.
Okay. Strappy shoe. Okay.
Because when you're changing, who has time to be strapping up shoes?
Yeah.
So and those are like the do's and don'ts.
What do you think about like thigh high boots? Because you have some. I mean, it depends on the designer, but if thigh high boots, if they have that correct here.
If it's okay, and they may want you to wear. So you wear what. Yeah. And boots are kind of easy to pull. If you got somebody to pull them off now, sometimes you can't just pull off a boot.
No, like, girl, help me out, please.
You can't just flip them off to the side.
Yeah. So you sitting there like, okay, can I squeeze this out?
Can somebody take me out of these? Get me out of these boots.
Oh gosh.
Let me ask you another question. I know we're in the age of inclusivity, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you deal with a model who wants to come and model for you on a runway? And let's just say they're a bigger person, but they get winded halfway down the runway. Can you put that person in a show, or do you put that person in a show? Like me personally, I don't think it needs to be there. I've seen it too many shows, and I've seen them get winded halfway down. I'm like, why are you here?
No, but then they'll be like, oh, you're going against the grain. Like, who?
I'll go against the grain. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I used curvaceous models. There's a difference between, plus you have to be fit. In the industry, we call them fit models.
Okay.
There's a difference between that. See, so, the curvaceous models and the plus size models in New York, these women are fit as
he said fit as fire. I know.
I'll say it.
I know. I know. Fit as
she really thought I was
fudge.
They exercise like
No, yeah. They watch what they eat. They watch,
They eat right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They exercise
right,
and they have figures. They have the
curves.
That's why I call them curvaceous.
Right.
And I just won't. And sometimes my daughter said, "Mom, you're a little too hard on." I just said, "No, everybody can't be." A model, and I use plus size models.
Yes, you do.
But you just can't. You can't be an obese model.
Right.
I'm just gonna say it. Period.
Yeah.
Well, see, Miss Toni and I come from a generation where we don't believe in participation ribbons.
Yeah.
We had a first, second, and third place, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Because Jamie's been with me since day one. He's been with me since day one.
Yeah.
And I have used all types of models in my shows. I mean, I have an albino model. I'm getting ready to use a woman who has what is the ear implant.
Deaf. She's deaf.
Here,
She's deaf.
Yeah.
Okay, deaf. Okay, so deaf model. Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to use her. And I used the young girl who was was gay, who was
bisexual. Okay, bisexual. Okay.
Yeah.
But you have to be like kind of like all inclusive. I mean, but see, this is your show though.
Yeah.
And some people get mad. Oh, why this is your show? It's like if a designer doesn't pick you, I'm not gonna get upset.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just not the right one. I don't care. Like okay.
I picked them.
Yeah.
She was. I mean, she wasn't like very flamboyant. I mean, she went out there in style.
Yeah.
It's like I think it should be all inclusive. But there's a way to do it.
Right. Because now they have the LGBTQ. They have the trans gender. It's like you have to be open to all.
Yeah.
And if you don't want that in your show, then that's fine. But just make that known.
Yeah.
Don't let them come out there. That's my thing. That's my pet peeve. Don't let me come out there, waste all my time. And coins, just for you to be like, oh no, we're not gonna, come on.
It's not gonna turn into a clown show. Not my show. I mean, it's not gonna. No, I'm not gonna do it just for you to clown.
Right. Yeah. Like, what's going on?
It's always gonna be, tasteful.
Yes.
It's gonna be tasteful.
Yes.
And basically, if you see it. It's not going to be something that's going to be over the top. So
yeah, that's your pet peeve. You're like, don't come in here. I remember Toni.
No, you're right.
My first class, I was like, oh my god, I was scared. I was like, don't come in here with all this. I said,
don't come in there clowning.
She ain't got time
because
you could be left
out of here.
Yep.
Miss Toni, what makes a good comp card? What makes a good comp card? What pictures do you want to see on that?
The comp card. It has to show you as a full rounded person. It has to show you with maybe as the full shot.
So straight up digital.
Yep.
Yes.
And the head shot. Show you with something sporty.
Okay.
Maybe show something. Some people like to include sportswear.
Yes.
Like you can use
like exercise bra.
Suit,
the bathing suit or something.
Suit.
Yeah, to show them build.
But let them see at least 3 versions, of you.
That makes
sense.
sense.
I'm a big fan of like one also dope editorial shot.
Yeah.
Just to show range.
Yeah. You have to show the range of you because now a lot of agencies will let you a lot of agencies are looking online for people.
Oh yeah.
They're scouting online.
Yes.
They started doing that during COVID.
Yeah, there's no more go seats. People ask me,
Yeah.
well, how did you get? So number one, I was signed before to William. I was signed way before back in the day to,
Yeah.
Baby Fat and all that. So what they didn't have to look for me. It's like, okay, she's coming back. Okay, she's just older now. Let's see what she got.
Yeah.
And it was just it was already, easy for me,
Yeah.
But you still have to work hard. They want to see what you have.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And a lot, because I'm telling the young girls now to put together almost like a portfolio online.
Mm-hmm.
But and that's one of my pet peeves, Jamie, is that they will put that they're a model on Facebook and not have one decent photo on Facebook.
Sure.
I mean, I'm a model.
Oh, it's gonna be a selfie.
Through their Facebook, and they have all of their other craziness on there, but not one decent photo.
Mm-hmm.
But the casting directors also have to deal with that locally for live productions, like not even a headshot.
Yeah.
Some people just taking a quick selfie with their phone, like that's a headshot.
Right.
And by definition, it is a headshot, or you do have a picture out there and you model for somebody, but it may not be to the quality you need to get your professional work.
That's
right.
what I'm saying.
Exactly.
The thing is, you have to become a brand.
Yes.
And how do you want to represent yourself? Know your social media because people are watching this.
Exactly.
If you do a TF shoot or a TFP, a trade for pick, make sure you have it in writing with the photographer that you guys can't just use any picture. You both have to okay it. Because you both want to represent your best work. Exactly. If they put out a picture of you that's not flattering, you may lose a possible job because they see that image and they're like, I don't want that representing my brand.
There you go.
Treat yourself like a brand and you'll stay booked.
Well, sometimes I've heard from a lot of my model sisters that, some of them, I say a lot. Let me just backtrack. Oh, it costs too much. Oh, he wants $300. But you have to rebuild your whole portfolio, sweetheart. You're not gonna get by with these pictures that look half
that's true.
ass. Then it's not gonna happen.
No.
And you think you'll go to Ford or some other major agency? Are you serious? No.
Yeah. See that. Do
they
you
don't
want to model or not?
Right.
That's the thing.
It's like you want to be 50% or and some of them they just want to be here, and it's like you're not gonna be here if you.
And I run into that all the time. That is why I could run, TMW all the time. That's why I only do maybe 2 or 3 shows a year. Why? Because the models here are flaky. It's like they don't want to travel. Fayetteville would book 4 shows a year with me, but models here don't want to to Fayetteville.
Wow, that is insane.
It's ridiculous.
That's insane.
And then even some of the shows here, they don't want to come to a practice because I can't get a babysitter. I can't get a sitter.
Sure.
Yeah.
I can,
Yeah.
I can't, I can't. Well, I know a lot of the models are working. You have to work here.
Yeah.
I know you have to work.
Yeah, you have to pay your bills.
But I try to do Saturday practices. I'll do a Sunday.
You
practice.
do Sunday sometimes, yeah.
And still, they have excuses. But do you want to model? I can book shows in Raleigh.
Yeah.
Goldsboro.
Greensboro, probably. Yeah. Yeah. All those. Yeah.
Nobody wants to. I'll book I'll book a van, and I can, I would drive people, but no, it's like I don't understand it.
It's like, do you want it or not?
A lot of people just want to talk about their dreams. Not many people want to chase their dreams.
Yeah. They don't want to put in the work. It takes work and just,
The thing I hear from a lot of people is like, I'm a model. I should get paid for this. But you haven't paid your dues yet.
You have not paid. See, the thing is, when you even when you get booked in New York, you're not gonna get paid until you prove to them you want to model.
That part, yeah.
I mean, it's a hard industry.
Yeah,
it's a hard industry to
crack. But if you pay your dues, you will get paid generously.
Oh yeah.
But they're not gonna, just because you go up there and say I want to model. You're not gonna get Naomi's salary, Tyra's salary.
Oh yeah,
from day one.
Giselle Bundchen, all the. I mean,
none of that. None of that.
Oh no. Yeah.
And don't rest on cute.
Hard.
Oh yeah, that's what. Yeah, resting on pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jamie told me that a long time ago. Say, Kim, you just resting on pretty. We have to elevate.
Yeah.
Because it's there, but you have to elevate.
I talked junk about her last.
Oh, he did. He just told me. I mean, I'm like,
I looked at those pictures. I was like,
Yeah. He was like, you gotta.
It's an industry, and you have to work. You have to earn your pay. And these women, you don't know what they've done. They've had to get up 4 or 5 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
For a go-see that they may not get the job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Over and over, and rejection.
Oh, rejection is real.
Rejection is real.
It is real.
It is real.
I've been on go-sees in New York with my mom, and they, your daughter. Oh well, she's pretty for a black girl. You know, I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
What are you talking?
Yeah,
I'm up here at 16. Like, oh wow,
skin.
my
you
gosh,
have to have a thick skin, and it's, you know what? And you have to understand. It may be a rejection because you didn't get the job, but it's also the fact you may not be what they're looking for this particular shoot.
Exactly.
It has nothing to do with you personally.
Yes.
So it's, but a lot of people take it. Oh, they don't want me. Oh, and then they go home. They can't take it.
Yeah.
But it's if you stick it out.
You push through the clouds, you'll be fine.
Right.
Oh yeah.
But you have to understand, it's not a pretty thing.
Do you think right now though it's more diverse than it was when you was modeling? You think so? Okay.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a whole lot.
It's a whole different.
There is and I was sitting here thinking the whole time, there is a model, a black model, Berthan Hardison.
Yeah, she's on the Supreme Models.
Oh,
you guys have to watch the Supreme Models on YouTube. The Supreme Model, you have to. She's on there talking heavy stuff. Yes.
Oh, she is one of the reasons why there, and because she was a model herself.
Yes.
But she has made it her business to open doors.
Oh yeah.
For black models.
She's a pioneer.
Oh yeah.
It was her and Iman in one segment, and they were talking about how they had to go to Paris, and they put all the designers. They called them out. The ones that put away, the ethnic girl women. And then they had all, they put them out.
Is something.
She's a tiger. She don't play. I was like, oh my God.
She's responsible for black women being on, the runway in numbers. Not just one.
Yeah.
She wasn't satisfied with that.
She wasn't.
Token.
Yeah.
So it's
we getting there, like I said, but it's just
it's a whole lot different.
Yeah.
And it's she and like people like that I knew back in the day, like Pat Cleveland. Pat, I admire Pat because Pat was back in like the 70s. Was really big. She was, in Beverly Johnson.
Yes, Beverly Johnson.
And then they kind of like
Rashomba Williams.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I love her.
Yes.
She's like a Philly girl.
I was like, hold on.
Philly.
Dark skin. I said, hold on, dark skin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pat, they have come back in a way they retired and they've come out of retirement and they've
one of them Campbell still walking the runway at 50-something years old. I
can't believe it.
I was like, oh my! I saw something. I wasn't. What is it? D&G. Don't think about something. I'm like, what?
She's still
And she still got it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this woman is just amazing.
How dare you talk about that Jamaican like that? She is gonna walk until her legs fall off.
Yeah, she is. She'll be 7 years old, still walking. I believe it. I'm telling you.
She's gonna walk. I mean, she
with her child.
I'm gonna tell you that Jamaican is gonna walk until her legs fall off because it's like how dare she has that.
How dare you? Yeah, she has that fight. Like,
yeah, she's gonna.
Oh yeah,
she's gonna show those young girls.
That's what you gotta do. But the main thing is, I just want to get to through everyone is you got to do your homework when it comes to the industry. Yes. I'm talking not just clothes and designers. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about this. Do your homework. Yeah,
especially about the industry. You have to know before you go. And now my last model who went to New York and finally got signed. And there's another thing too. A lot of them go and get signed and then don't do anything.
Right, it just sits there. Yeah, it sits on the shelf. Yeah,
because it's that dream of theirs. They want to get signed, and once they get signed,
it's like, okay. Well, you gonna wait for them to do the footwork, or are you gonna try to meet them halfway?
Yeah. So you don't it's.
Well, the thing is the end point.
Yeah.
They don't see that. That's actually just the beginning.
Yeah, that's the beginning. You do the work. They don't do the work.
Yeah, I found that a long time ago.
See, you have to go to New York. You don't stay here. Mm-hmm. You go to New York. Yes. You live in that model apartment.
Yes, with 5 other models, 8 other. Yeah.
Because how are you gonna go for a go see? They call you and say, "Look, we have a go see at 6:00 in the morning." You're here in North Carolina. How the hell are you gonna make it at 6:00 in the morning? If you have to be in that model apartment to be able to, go.
And a lot of these models go to New York Fashion Week, and they think that I'm gonna be no, you're not. Just because you go to one New York Fashion Week or 2 years in a row, that's not no. That's not gonna open no. Like I just don't understand like what. I'm just like, honey.
New York Fashion Week. I mean,
and it's beautiful. I've done it time and time again.
I love it. I mean, there's nothing like it. And I even when I lived in the area, it's like I go for the fun. I mean, it's just like fun. I love street style more than anything in the world. Yeah. And Brooklyn Brooklyn.
Yes, Harlem. Yes.
It's just like
you can't beat it. Totally different style.
But even just to go and just take in the different looks on the street is it's worth it.
Yeah.
But it just say I'm gonna participate in a fashion show for New York Fashion Week. If you're not going to be in Yves Saint Laurent or somebody else's.
Yes, Gucci. I mean, just saying, just
those brand names.
Yes.
Yeah, I've done.
Even Fashion Nova. I'm just saying, even or even like the boutiques. Yeah. High end boutiques.
Yeah, you got to be the high
end
boutique.
That's what's gonna get you. Yeah.
You have done.
Yes, I have arrived. That's what I call it. I have arrived.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because anybody can do. I can design some clothes and take something up there and.
And say, hey,
So let's go keep it positive for a second. Okay. So we're on the home stretch of this, Miss Toni.
Okay.
I hear you have an event coming up.
Yes, I do have. Well, first of all, I want to plug an event. October 12th at Independence Mall at 5:00 is an event for Going Beyond the Pink, which I'm a board member and one of the founding members. It's a breast cancer event, and most of the models are breast cancer survivors and thrivers. And this is our second annual fashion event, and most of the clothes are coming from, well, we do it at the mall. We try to invite some of the stores from the mall to participate, but we also have some outside clothing,
like
places
boutiques and stuff.
That participate. And we have vendors from around, Wilmington that come. Like I think no pork on my fork.
Pork on my fork. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Okay. Other jewelry and people who have businesses out of their home that come and participate as vendors. And so that will be happening Saturday, October 12th at 5:00. And as TMW, I've been invited to put on a fashion show for a place that just opened up maybe a couple of years ago. It's an event space. I can't remember the name of that, but she wants me to do a fashion show in November. I'm also going to be doing a fashion show, my yearly fashion show that I used to do for the Community Arts Center downtown here on 2nd Street. That's always in honor of my friend Donna Joan. Oh God. Now I would have a brain for
like, wait.
I mean, it is 8:00 in the morning.
Right, it is early. It is early.
I don't even roll over until 11.
That's completely my fault, y'all. I just do it in the morning because there's less traffic.
Yeah. You got Miss Toni up here early.
Yes, too early.
Right.
So I forgot my friend's name.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but I'm going to be doing that probably. I usually have it either the end of the middle of December or January. So that's coming up. All of these events will to be announced.
Okay.
And I am actively scouting for new models. Because I've been out of the loop I haven't had a fashion show now for in about a year.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
And so some of my models are kind of like out of pocket. And one of them is pregnant. And somebody didn't even know that they were pregnant.
Sure didn't.
So I'm recruiting for new models. So if there are any aspiring models out there who are serious,
gotta be serious.
And I repeat, serious about modeling, who would like to travel, to Goldsboro and Fayetteville, and even travel to some event places here in Wilmington. You can hit me up at 910-599-0348.
Okay.
And I repeat that, 910-599-0348. Only the serious need call me.
Only. Emphasize only.
Now, how far along is this girl? The one that's pregnant. I got a viral idea.
She'll be.
Oh gosh!
She'll be delivering.
Yeah.
Her baby in October, hopefully on my birthday.
Okay. Well, you know what I was thinking. I was like, we do a fake mock one, like she's on the runway and she's all dancing, and all of a sudden she fake like a water breaks, and then we have like this little model baby that pops up from her.
Oh gosh! You would say something. No,
I was going to have her to do. I was going to have her to be my first pregnant model.
Oh yeah, because they do you. Yeah, I mean,
I was going to have her to be.
Yeah.
And then she told me my baby is due in October. I said, no, now you're not going to have no baby.
We get some models with some fake bellies, and then they open up the belly and like butterflies fly out.
like, don't do that to her. You are a mess. Oh
God.
my God, that's my friend. That's my friend. But yeah, only serious inquiries only, basically. I mean, pretty much have, come to Miss Toni with the A game because she plays on games. She's a straight shooter. 10,000%.
And by the way, I have had 5 models since I started. 2012, I think. Yeah, 2012 here, to actually sign contracts in New York. And
awesome.
and they 2 actually. Well, one was my junior model, and she signed a bi-coastal contract.
Oh, nice.
And she basically graduated out in California this year, and she signed when I can't remember how old Corey was, but very young. And her family picked up and moved from Fayetteville to California, and she modeled out there. But she was a triple threat. I mean, she act, she could act, dance, and model. And she did a couple of Disney movies and stuff, and she was very, very good. But see, you have to be committed. Her whole family was committed.
Yeah,
they moved.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Yeah, and then of course there were 4 more that also did the same thing. But then one got pregnant, and then she couldn't do anything because she could no longer get up and go. But you have to be committed to. You have to be committed to the industry.
No, you have to, because people are like, oh, I don't know him how you don't sleep. I mean, listen, I'm committed. Yeah. When I zone in on something, that's what I'm doing. Yeah. So you can do what you want. You can do 10 million things.
Yeah, you have to be committed to.
Yeah.
Kim gets up and goes to these model calls all over the state and in Virginia and wherever. And that's what you have to do if you want to be a model. I mean, you've got to be able to get your work printed in some type of magazine. That's when you can call. And some people said, I'm a model. Well, what have you done?
Right.
And where are you printed?
Right.
Then you can call yourself
a model.
Yeah.
Get a cover. Get a few covers. As a matter of fact, I mean, not just digital. We're not talking about the stuff that's on the internet. We're talking about the stuff that don't have barcodes.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, okay, I don't want to get too deep. Well, Miss Toni, it was a pleasure.
Yeah,
it was a pleasure. Did you enjoy yourself?
Not bad for 8 o'clock in the morning.
I know.
Right?
I said,
even
Jamie,
without coffee.
Right, you didn't want this one. Be here 8 o'clock. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen. And let the folks know your IG, your Facebook, how they can contact you online as well.
I don't have any IG.
Okay,
but,
that's fine.
People have.
The Facebook.
People have me on Facebook. I have Toni Whitaker. Toni Melvin Whitaker on Facebook. And also on Facebook, I have my TMW Modeling Production and Talent.
Nice.
Which I think everybody should do. If you're gonna have a modeling page, have a separate page for your modeling.
Yes.
And a separate page for your personal thing. That's how you do it if you want to brand yourself.
Yes. All right.
Just a little tip from Toni Melvin Whitaker.
Just a little something. All right, y'all. So
how do they find you, Kim?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, they already know how to find me.
I
know, right? I was like, wait, no, I don't want to be stalked. Okay. No, my IG is Kimoraa, KIMORAA_A. Facebook is Kimoraa H Ambrus or Kimoraa Ambrus. I'm not sure. But you can find me on those 2 platforms, y'all. Until next time, I'm going to see y'all Heels and Reels.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Where fashion, music, film, and art meet.
You want to try doing that again?
No.
Without the dramatic pause?
Oh, why? All right, guys, let's go.
Remember, because with pausing on the internet, people think their stuff frozen.
I know. It's like, it's frozen. All right. Shut up. Shut up. You a bad. They're like, wait, hold on.
Blooper reels.
I know. Shut up. All right. Shut up. Okay. All right. I had to get my thoughts together. Okay, I got it.
You got your thoughts together?
I'm good.
All right, cool. You sure?
Yeah.
Hakuna Matata. Miss Toni, you got your thoughts together?
Shut up. Stop. All right.
End scene.